Before I start this video, I want to make clear that this video contains discussion and footage of animal cruelty. I'm making this video to make my stance clear and to support shark charities in any way I can. If you cannot handle footage or discussion of violent brutalization of animals, you're free to click off this video and watch something else. I will add timestamps to the clips so you can skip them if needed. So doing research for this video is horrible and nauseating. I feel like this information is important to spread though, so I'm going to work through the nausea and everything else and spread awareness of this honestly horrifying practice. Also, the oldest draft of this video script is almost 2 years old. I've been meaning to make this video for almost 2 freaking years. 2 years! Alright, anyway. A lot of people who come across this video probably won't know what shark finning is, so here's a brief overview. Shark finning is the process of removing the fins from a shark, usually while the animal is still alive. Once the fins are removed, with some exceptions, the shark is thrown back in the ocean without its fins, and the fins are taken back to shore to be sold for anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 US, sometimes more depending on the fin and the shark species.
Every year, tens of millions of sharks are the brutalized victims of what is called finning. This is the process of slicing off a shark's fin and discarding the remains of its still living body back into the ocean. Those sharks either starve to death, are eaten alive by other fish, or drown. Shark fins, due to their high cultural and monetary value, are large targets of fishermen for sale and trade.
For anyone who is unaware, sharks have to be constantly in motion in order to breathe, and they need their fins to swim. Removing their fins will result in suffocation if other animals don't eat the shark alive first. Some countries have made it illegal to dock without the entire shark, but of course not everyone follows the law. Shark finning primarily exists due to the demand for shark fins for an Asian dish known as shark fin soup. Money also plays into it obviously, but generally shark fins are used in shark fin soup. It's worth mentioning that the fins are the only part of the shark used in the soup, which is why sharks often get thrown back in the ocean after having their fins removed. Shark fin soup is a soup that uses shark fins as the main ingredient and is seen as a sign of status in Asia, especially China, where shark fin soup originated as a dish reserved for the emperor. Gordon Ramsay did a documentary on shark finning back in 2011, which I'll link below. In this documentary, he visited Taipei and tried shark fin soup himself. He said it tasted of nothing, saying the dish would be just as good with any other ingredient besides the fin.
I've come to one of the city's most exclusive restaurants, Imperial, to taste the soup for the very first time.
Wow, right. King's Food shark fin.
Shark fin chef Chang Chi Kwan doesn't speak English, but the maitre d' David is here to help me out.
This is the shark fin soup.
So in there's chicken stock.
Yes, the old pan.
And Chinese ham. Got this amazing broth that's been cooking now for sort of 8 to 10 hours. And it's flavoured with ham. And you just darkened it with some soy sauce. It's got sort of salty, slightly smoked flavour to it.
The shark fins have been steamed, soaked and washed for days, and then left to infuse in a basic chicken stock until the texture is gelatinous.
This one is the
19,000. The shark fin this way.
£90 for that.
Yes.
Jesus. And this one?
This one 3,200 shark fin.
70 quid. So 90 quid, 70 pound, and this small one?
1,600 shark fin, the cost.
So that's about 25 quid.
So quality of fin is judged by size and thickness. The broth is added to a heated clay pot, and once boiling, the fin goes in.
Right. And that's it? Finished?
As you'd expect, I've gone for the most expensive bowl.
So, traditional garnish, a little bit of red wine vinegar, some bamboo shoots, and some coriander. So the idea is to peel back the fin. What does it taste of? Real proper shark fin soup. I mean, it's really bizarre. I mean, really bizarre. Because it actually tastes of nothing. Almost like sort of plain glass noodles. The Broth's delicious, really good. But it could have anything in there. It could have chicken, sweet corn, it could have duck in there. It's just pork belly. So it's almost like the one item that's spoiling that is the shark fin.
Shark fins also have high levels of mercury and a neurotoxin known as BMAA, the latter of which is thought by scientists to cause neurodegenerative disease such as ALS. The high mercury levels can also lead to mercury poisoning. Sharks are apex predators, meaning they're at the top of the food chain in the ocean. They've been around for millions and millions of years. Unfortunately, shark finning has been detrimental to shark populations all over the world, with some species populations going down 90% between 2001 and 2011, although decreases of 70% are more common. There are no limitations on how old a shark has to be a victim of finning. As a result, lots of sharks not at sexual maturity are killed before they can reproduce. Made worse by the fact that sharks have a low reproduction rate. Some species only produce a single pup in a year, and others only a single pup in 2 years. Not allowing these sharks to reproduce will wreak havoc on shark populations, which in turn will wreak havoc on oceanic ecosystems. Commonly poached sharks include hammerheads and thresher sharks, some species of which are considered endangered, or critically endangered, as is the case with the scalloped hammerhead. The easiest way to help is to donate to charities that advocate for the conservation of sharks. I will link some in the description, but a few are the Shark Trust and Shark Angels. You can also help by protesting shark fin soup and advocating for fin substitutes in the soup. Sharks are so important to our oceans, and I frankly do not want to know what would happen if they went extinct. They're also amazing animals generally, and what's happening to them is disgusting and heartbreaking. They've been here for millions of years. Let's preserve shark populations for future generations.